Look at the stuff, isn't it neat?
Oh, my collection complete. Wouldn't you think I'm the girl who has everything?
Okay, Siesta Beach. Okay, second party, let's go there.
Stuff that you don't need, that doesn't actually help you get to where you want to be and who you want to be, the version of yourself that you want to be.
Take your shoes off.
Oh.
Hold up.
All day. Yeah, I'm a European artist.
Huh?
I'm a European artist. Watch me work. I just drilled into my hair.
It's okay.
I know what you want.
Andre.
What? Lisa, we made eye contact.
No, he just walked towards us. Don't feed him because then more will come.
It's our last piece though.
Just a tiny one.
Ready? Go get it.
Oh my god.
It's good as peanut butter. It'll help you on your journey. Hopefully you're not allergic. Are you whining now? Huh? Do you want to come in our van with us? We'll name you Steven. Oh, Mr. Steven. What are you doing? You're always eating. A little camera shy.
Please tell me you got the film.
No, I missed it. It was so good. Especially the part where you looked and hit your back and it sounded like just a firm piece of concrete up in the sand.
Killing it.
Killing
That's
it.
exactly what I meant to do. Do you have a bunch of sand in your hair?
Oh no.
You have to come in too. another world. We're not on the moon. Oh my god. I told Andre to go do something behind my back and he ran away. And this is what he's doing. Oh man. Every time, like, how do you even find these places? He just disappears. Looks creepy. He's drinking water, I think. Mad Max, Burning Man, Florida. No, it's not a fire. Oh, we've got a whole list. Let's go play this.
Yeah! Where are we?
We were swimming here about 2 hours ago. How cool. It's like a race gun.
It's like a race gun. Here comes Steel Wheel down in the front, followed closely by... What's Lisa looking at? Lisa, I forgot to ask you what you were looking at in the last episode. You were looking through those binoculars a lot.
Endless birds.
Professional
But
birders.
this episode.
They like to enunciate their B words.
Gosh.
Look at his beards. Look at all these beards.
I know.
Look at this beard. So we finally made it out of Gatorland, and we found a beach. Except for this time, the beach we found was actually like, it was beach weather.
Yes.
Yeah.
Siesta Beach.
Siesta Beach.
Yeah.
Will forever hold a special place.
We stumbled upon it right after the Everglades, feeling a little sore and dehydrated from like all our alligator gawking. So we rolled up on the beach and decided to pack half the van into our backpack because we thought it would be necessary.
Right. We didn't really think of how much we would really need for the beach. Honestly, it was just exciting to me when we came around that corner and I saw like, well, it was kind of exciting to see a huge parking lot full of cars because I knew it alluded to...
It was a free parking lot.
It was. What was
right
it?
on the beach.
It was a free beach, right? So,
yes.
And it was a deep beach.
Yes.
Kind of like a deep V, but for the coast. So we were excited, too excited to pack the appropriate amount of things, but we kind of figured that out pretty quickly.
Yeah.
And then, if we're going chronologically in our order through Siesta Beach, we should encompass the full emotional roller coaster of the event. So we get there, super excited, and then we find out that we gotta repack some things, but that's okay, because we're getting ready to go on this next hill and it's gonna be great. I'm going out. I actually I'm walking faster than Lisa to get to the beach. I'm like so excited, like yeah.
Siesta Beach is so deep. Like Andre already said this, it's so deep. So you have to like, trek out there. So we're getting there and we've reached the last
It's like a 3-day
layer.
hike in, really.
Yeah, it's the last layer before you get to the water is people. And so
That's true. Everyone congregates
Yeah.
right by the shore. But
So
I
we
just
start weaving.
I just made a beeline straight through the people. I didn't even see the people. I was going towards the shore. Lisa was not so lucky.
I like stopped.
I
to
can tell
take-
by the apprehension in your voice that this was a traumatic experience for
It
you.
kind
You're
of
like,
was. I stopped to take in the ocean and I hear someone, ma'am. I just stood up to the beach and Andre's almost to the water, so I know it's like no and I know.
I got my camera out and I'm just completely like, oh my God, water.
I keep hearing this, ma'am, and so I start looking around and about 10 feet to my left is Dennis.
Dennis was, let's say, there are certain kinds of people that you wouldn't expect to see at a beach.
Spending an entire day on a lawn chair just drenched in sweat.
This guy was as red as anything I've ever seen in human skin before.
And he's like, ma'am, I'm sorry, I'm a little lightheaded. Can you help me out of my seat? And I'm like, yeah, I can do that. So I give him my hand and I go to pull him up and it is 100% me lifting Dennis's body weight.
Help was the wrong word to use, Dennis.
Well, you physically lifted me out of this chair. And so I awkwardly laid him back down in the chair and I was like, I'll be right back, I have to go find Andre. So then I started sprinting to the ocean. I'm like, where is Andre?
We come to find out that Dennis's wife was going up to the basically, if you rewind the video, she was looking for the wheelchair that Lisa literally looked
Stared
directly
at.
at before we went and saw Dennis. It's almost like you knew
I knew.
what was about to come because
I was like, I even remember thinking, look at the wheels on this thing.
you came to grab me and we went and we tried to
Dennis.
help Dennis as best as we could. I honestly, we're not trying to make fun of Dennis as much as
No.
we were just like taken aback by the
It was a lot
experience.
to happen right when you walked up to the beach.
Absolutely, absolutely. That roller coaster of emotions we were talking about, that's what we're trying to explain what was really happening.
I was panicked. I was like, oh my God, he's gonna roast on this beach.
I didn't want this guy to just die and me not have being able to have done something about it. People kind of actually start to spread away when they feel someone's in need of help.
I will say there was a nurse and an EMT that came over.
A
And
few
spoke
notable
with-
exceptions,
Yes.
but by and large, it was like Dennis, and then as soon as he started screaming for help, everybody just like...
They did. Even the EMT ended up leaving. He's like,
Thank you for being such a kind person, Lisa. Even if it does get you into these pickles.
Predicaments.
But you know what? Dennis got
His
help.
wife showed up. She was sweet and lovely, and we saw them later. Actually, he was in a wheelchair.
Yeah. He seemed like he was much better equipped to deal with the beach.
I didn't say hi to him, but we saw him. So we ran away from a lot of the people.
Yeah, we
and,
learned our lesson rather quickly. We moved down and then we
ran into seagulls.
we ran into Steven.
Don't feed the seagulls though. Don't.
Just a tiny one. Just a tiny one. Just a tiny one.
It's not a good idea.
Here's the thing.
I got not attacked, but swarmed.
And she didn't even feed them. So I felt pretty privileged too. Maybe you just should have fed one.
No.
And then that one would have kept everybody else off your back.
No, this was scary.
I think there's some seagull science that still
running.
needs to be worked out.
Anyways, we took a dip. We took what may have been our... You can't even call that a shower.
It was our first shower of the year. So I'm calling it a shower.
Yeah.
What are we on, day 11, 12? Day 1, here's a little sneak peek into the background of Looking for James. Day 1 of Looking for James took place on January 1st.
That's a lie.
Day 1 of Looking for James took place on December 31st of last year,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Cool. I'm fact checked now. So if you think about that, and you think about the fact that we've pretty much shown you our entire life up until now and it hasn't involved any sort of bathing or showering, you might be thinking that when we got to the beach we were excited for more than one reason, and you're absolutely right. An unlimited supply of water. Not only did we go and rinse off in the ocean, but we also actually rinsed off afterwards.
We did.
We took a bum shower, as it were. It felt fantastic. It was
did.
cold and refreshing. There's something to be said about taking a cold
Yeah.
shower for sure. I think it's...
Cold shower when it's hot out.
Or just a cold shower in general. I think it does the body good. It also helps save energy. And when you don't have anything but cold showers to take, maybe you're more apt to endorse them. And once we wet and rinsed off and we were kind of just hanging out in the van, we probably got something to eat because we are eaters of very many things. All of a sudden we noticed that the fog that was slowly rolling in from the coast that we saw way earlier had now become...
Like we were engulfed in it.
Yeah, I mean you couldn't differentiate the fog from anything else anymore. So we actually ran into a couple older ladies who had said that they had been coming to Siesta Beach forever, and this was the first time that they had ever gotten their face wet with mist.
It was
actually
awesome.
Almost transformed the beach, really. Like it
we
became its
got
own private sort of like. It almost was like a desert in a way that you couldn't, because you couldn't really see any water, but it still had that breeze and that airiness.
And you knew that there was people probably 50, like 100 feet away, but you couldn't even really see them.
Yeah,
So
it gave an odd form of privacy to everything, and it was really, really something to experience. And I'm glad that we got to not necessarily walk into that, but kind of see the beach change over time and evolve over that day. You should go visit more beaches. I'm sure crazy stuff like that happens on beaches all the time. Speaking of crazy stuff happening on beaches all the time, maybe in an episode or two you're gonna see something really crazy happening on Siesta Beach, like a big fat, should I spoil it? Pause it if you don't want it spoiled. Drum circle.
we yeah, we'll just leave it at that for now.
You'll get filled in on the details later. For now, this is all you need to know.
Yeah. Thanks for watching.
Oh yeah, heck yeah. This was a fun day for us to experience, and we hope it was just as fun for you guys to experience. That's really the main focus of creating these videos and creating this whole journey, is to for you guys, is to bring you guys along and to show you what we're already having fun with and enjoying on a daily basis. So if anything, let it inspire you to get out there and go do it yourself. This isn't just some lofty dream that we happen to have the privilege of chasing. Anybody can go out and do this anytime, and it just takes, you gotta go do it. You gotta go do it. But if you don't feel like doing it quite yet, go watch another video. What were you gonna say? I feel like you were gonna give some really inspiring.
I was just gonna say, you have to go do it, but sometimes like even just wanting to go do it is not as easy. Like you also have to make the time to go do it, and that can be really difficult as well. I mean, life is busy,
but life ultimately is what you make it. So it might take some change. Dang, we're getting really philosophical up in here. We might just save this for the podcast later, huh?
The podcast.
Okay.
All right.
Y'all have a wonderful, awesome day, and we will see you next time. Still looking for James. Peace.
Double deuces.
Double deuce. I'm about to go take a double deuce.
Oh.
Ugh.
I didn't make this. I don't want to claim this. But it's cool. You can't not go in it.